Alright, welcome to another Qwik Tips. Alright, so today, as you can see, we got a couple of radios here. This is my Futaba 4 PLS, and just a traditional Traxxas top qualifier. It doesn't have, can't do the modular or any of that. And quick tip is, a lot of people that do videoing and that type of thing, or do trailing and whatnot, they will run the radio one-handed. And they actually sell little deals that will kind of clip onto the wheel so that you can operate with one hand using your thumb to steer. Well, I've had a hard time finding I don't want to say reputable, but I've had a hard time finding those adapters, whatever you want to call them, that I like. And so I'm cheap, and so I've wound up using really kind of thick, heavy zip ties. And just put them through the wheel, take the wheel off, put the zip tie through, make sure that it doesn't rub the body down in here, and then after you do it, just cut it so that it is reachable by your thumb. This one here, I put some heat shrink tubing on it just to make it a little bit nicer, a little bit thicker, give it a bit of a rubberized feel. But I've been using this on mine for years. And honestly, with where they're at position-wise, I have not had any issues with them interfering with me actually running the RCs. So, I haven't had any issues with it. Now, something to keep in mind is, like with this one, I don't know how many of you know or have looked that close at your radio, but normally this wheel is much closer to the body. Like on here, how it's almost touching. Well, in order to get the zip tie to fit, I had to put some spacers in behind the wheel. Well, what I actually used was little tiny rubber washers, and I just put, I think, 2 in there, and then put the screw in to tighten it down. It's still nice and tight. You honestly can't tell there's anything in there that's keeping it out. It still feels natural, but it gives it just enough gap that it doesn't rub. Because if it rubs, it can cause extra friction, and it can cause damage to the case, or it could hang up and it could stay instead of springing all the way back. So anyways, today that's your quick tip. So get out there and have some fun with RC, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.